Testing. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Sakari, Warrior Maddie. Hello. Well, it's been a long time since I've been streaming here. I think I took a long break. I don't know how long, maybe like a year, maybe more, maybe less. I don't even remember. But I'm really happy to come back and to start streaming again. Can't wait to tell you guys all about everything that I've learned, about the industry, ZBrush, modeling, being an artist, life in general in this past year. And I'm really happy just to be back, just to enjoy everybody's company. So we'll get into it a little bit slowly, but hi, my name is Anna. I streamed for ZBrush Live for many years. Well, maybe like 5 years, and then took a break, but now I'm back. I'm a 3D technical artist and character artist in the games and virtual reality spaces. And yeah, I just love to teach. I'm currently a teacher at Ringling College, so I love to teach, help, mentor, so I'm really excited to just show you guys some cool techniques, some cool workflows. You might be wondering what this is on my screen here. We got a Game Boy Advanced, I believe, or maybe just a Game Boy. I'm not sure. I didn't have this kind of Game Boy. Mine was like thicker. That my friend Sage modeled, and he actually 3D printed this and made it fully functional. So like he actually took out all of the I don't know, like he just put the computer parts inside of this so that you can play games in it. And it's my job today to dress it up, so we're going to together design and create this adorable little I'm gonna put a little world around this Game Boy. It's gonna be a little castle full of cats or some sort of like village or something like that. So let's do it together. I'm also want to create a little stand, and we're gonna experiment with a little bit of a forced perspective. So like the castle parts on top are gonna be smaller than the ones at the bottom, and we're gonna have little cats and little things like that, kind of like this. Oh, Dawn. Hi, Anna Carolina. I'm still at work, but I wanted to pop in and wish you a wonderful welcome stream. Have a good one. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you can stop by longer in the next one, and we can catch up a little. But let's get started. I don't have a very clear concept yet. The idea is just like teeny tiny little buildings. I want to do like more of like a village look, so maybe like something more in, with this architecture. So little buildings kind of going up the Game Boy. I think a good way to start would be to block out the general shape. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to create a new folder right here in the subtools. I'm going to call this base. It already has something in it because every time you create a folder, it kind of needs something new, but we'll just append. I think I'm going to, for the base, I'm going to start with a cylinder. I think that will be good. I'm just going to kind of squish it down. Make sure that I can see. Oops, I have my scaling set to do everybody at the same time, so I accidentally squished down the Game Boy as well. I just turned that off, and I'm just going to make sure my base is kind of appropriately sized to this. We want to make sure it can slot in. Sorry, guys. We want to make sure it can slot in and be held by the base without it being too big and bulky. That way, we just can't 3D print it as well. And I don't know, I'm not a big fan of two giant 3D prints, even though I have giant 3D printers. But this will kind of be the base. I'm going to just start right off by throwing on a deformer by hitting the gizmo here and taper. And I'm just going to taper the top down by grabbing this yellow cone on top and just moving it down. I can also change the fall off of the taper right here with this white cone, and just boom. That just makes it look more like a base to me. Maybe I can also elongate it this way. And then I think I'm gonna have little teeny tiny little like little houses and things for the village here, and then this kind of castle walls or something that climb over the top, and then at the top I want there to be like a tower or multiple towers right here, like maybe some bridges and things like that. But we're gonna start really small. I guess we're gonna start bigger and get smaller, but it's still gonna be tiny. So I'm gonna just append a cube 3E, and just for now I'm just gonna use a bunch of cubes to kind of block out what I'm thinking for the base, and then for the Game Boy itself. I think the base is gonna be more of like a meadow for like almost like where the kingdom is, you know, and there will be these little houses and things like that. So actually let me hide the base temporarily. Oh, let's make sure that the stuff I'm currently working on is in that folder I created, right? That would be prudent. So maybe like down here. Start blocking out where I want certain features. I have no idea what I want, to be honest, but I'm just gonna use these blocks to kind of start thinking a little bit more. I'm assuming this is something I'm not supposed to block back here, so I'm just gonna try to create space for, you know, all the technical parts of the Game Boy. That way I don't, for example, I don't block the buttons or anything like that. Or maybe even the screws, you know? I think we have to worry about that as well. I'm just going to real quick bring some of these cubes up here. Just squish it down. So that I can start creating my tower effect that I want. The tower is the only part I'm sure about. You know, I just really want a nice little tower at the top of the Game Boy. So let's go ahead. I'm even gonna Alt drag. I'm sorry, Shift. No, yeah, actually Alt drag. Wait, Control drag. Another cube right on top, and then taper this one the same way we did before. Just kind of pretend that it's like the top of the tower, like this. And then just throw on a few more towers. I don't think I'm gonna scale it. I think I'm just gonna move it down. Oop. Carefully. Maybe add a little bit of 3D space to it. I think the original plan was to do like a little staircase that came around the front. So maybe I can try doing something like that as well. And then just grab one of these blocks here from the back, maybe create a kind of a base for the castle. I'm currently using my mouse and not my Wacom tablet, which is a hilarious way to start my new stream after so long, because if you guys watched my old streams, you know the mouse is not allowed, right? Let me just take a quick little screenshot up here for those new people that might be arriving and they don't know what we're doing. So I press Shift S to create a little screenshot there. So this will kind of be like the base for the castle. I'm really gonna struggle with like not making this thing too bulky, you know. I think it would be best if it's like still playable, you know. So we'll try to think about that a little bit. Then what would be a good way to try to block out the staircase? I think maybe something off to the side here would be cool too. It's not really a staircase yet, but I'm thinking maybe like some other tower comes off to the side here. Something like that. And then the staircase can come maybe like here, and then there can be little cats playing over here in the front, and then I can try to make these blocks like even smaller and just create like a tiny city right on top of the Game Boy. Almost like again, forced perspective. And try to put a bunch here. So right now we're just sketching. This is kind of an essential part of the process. In fact, you know, I could have sketched this ahead of time, but it's more fun with you guys. I've lost a lot of my practice for streaming. I'm more used to kind of workshops and things like that I do now where people are actually talking to me at the same time. So it feels a little lonely. So guys, talk to me. Where are Maddie? I'm glad you like the model. So my friend Sage made the actual Game Boy model. And he did a fabulous job. And yeah, he's gonna 3D print this. He's already 3D printed a version of this for testing purposes. It's actually really cool. Totally lost my 90-degree angle here on the window for the tower. If I go to polyframe, you'll notice that most of my polygroups are the exact same. So we definitely don't want that. We want different polygroups so I can start selecting the different cubes and move them around. So let's go to polygroups here in the tool panel and hit auto groups. That way I can control shift click each one that I want and just move it around. You know. I'm thinking maybe a little hill on this side, so let's append a sphere. Subtool, append sphere, make it tiny, and try to like shape it up here. Use a little bit of move brush. Now I'm switching to my pen. Bruno, você voltou, you are back. Sim, eu voltei. Finalmente, né? Foi um bom tempo esperando. Hi, Bega. Oh my gosh, long time no see. Oh, I'm getting so excited to see these familiar faces in here. Read these familiar usernames. I hope you guys have all been well since I've been gone. You know, what have you guys been up to? What's going on? Tell me everything. In the meantime, I'm going to use a little bit of the snake hook brush because it's like a move brush but extremely powerful. And I'm just going to try my best to yank some of my terrain over here. And use some Sculptress Pro while you're at it. Have some fun. Live a little, for God's sakes. Sculptress Pro basically recalculates the triangles as you move things around so that it kind of creates a just a dynamic mesh, very dynamic. Maybe I'll just kind of continue this cliff down here. I definitely want it to look pretty from the back as well, so which is why I'm creating this homunculus shape. When you smooth with Sculptress Pro, be warned that it does take away the polygons after a while if you smooth hard enough. Little meadows, little trees. What I'm picturing, teeny tiny trees. Little inflates might help you not lose all of your mass here. Try to make a prettier shape with the mountains and things. Maybe I can do like a layered mountain thing. I'm happy to see you too, Vega. Hi, Hattie. Wall Street Gladiator, it's already starting to look great. Thank you. I helps that I had a pretty model to start with, right? So pretty little mountains back here. Ignore the mass. You will worry about that later. Trying to decide how this part is gonna look. I'm thinking maybe I can't have too much. Just because, you know, we're gonna 3D print it. We'll see. Then we're gonna have, do you guys know that there's like a special mesh balloon or mesh extrude button that kind of creates these like weird shapes for you so that you don't have to do it yourself? So basically you press down control for mask, and then you go to mesh balloon in the meshes, in the brushes, and you just kind of come in here and you just draw out the shape you want. Like that. Let's temporarily get rid of these extra. Well, I guess I can't. Hold on. Like that. And like that. Ooh, now I'm starting to get other ideas, guys. Like, what if I made it like a castle in the clouds and like the cats are fishing out of the clouds or something? That'd be cute. I don't know. I think it's gonna be adorable regardless. Hopefully. Well, hopefully. That's the goal. I don't know. I don't know how it's actually gonna turn out. It could be a giant mess. I definitely think some clouds could be fun. I'm just gonna add a little bit more terrain here, just like something more flat. For some reason it's not working anymore. Maybe I have to start it on top of... Yeah, I have to start the brush on top of something that already exists. And again, this is not for permanent purposes, it's just temporary. So we can kind of start seeing where we're going with this. Like so. It's a little maze. That would be so cute. I know, right? It would be adorable, I think. But we'll see. So let's make some cats. Do you see how I stuttered on that? It's because deep down, I know it's not going to look at all like a cat yet, but let's go ahead and append a sphere. Make it small. Tiny. There's the sphere. Now I'm going to append some cones. Let's also make them small. Now these are going to be the ears if they, you know, don't disappear. So guys, I'm gonna need your help in the chat. Do I make a castle in the clouds, kind of like fantasy style? Or do I make a more like traditional fantasy thing where like the cats are maybe like fishing and saving a princess or something? The one in the clouds could be kind of cute too, because like this cloud motif that I accidentally got going on here could be something. I don't know. Last thing for the cats, we're just gonna throw on a cylinder for its body. Somebody make me model the new Monopoly pieces right now. I need to design them. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the head, which is at the top, so head, ears, and body, and I'm just gonna merge down. That way I can just move the cat freely around, always together. Maybe I'll do like a cat here, and then a cat here. And then like one on the other side. Maybe this one's sitting down or something. Let's make its legs shorter. Gorgeous. And I was thinking, you know, Sage could paint like a little vista kind of thing, like onto the Game Boy itself. Like little mountains or something would be adorable. Or maybe we can do like roots, vines, plants. How would I connect the foreground and the background, right? I decided what this was going to look like 3 months ago when Sage first came up to me and we talked about this project. But I haven't really touched it since then, so I'm forgetting, and I didn't write it down either. Maybe I can do like a little city kind of going up of itself. So maybe like I can make the castle a little bit smaller. Let me just go ahead and grab these two. Control Shift clicking each one. Then maybe I can just kind of bring these down. Ooh. I accidentally excluded some of it. Then bring it down and just have a little bit like kind of into the Game Boy itself. Like have like these like slightly bigger houses, you know, right here. Kind of like just as barely as 3D shapes, if I can get it like to be not very 3D. Kind of like this, so that it doesn't kind of get in the way of the gaming or anything. Almost like a relief. We can try to make a relief type thing. And make a little village here, you know, and then the little houses can go up and up and up. Let me just delete these blocks here. They are kind of annoying now. I'm going to double click, I'm going to Control Shift click them, double. And then I'm going to just go to Geometry, Modify Topology, Delete Hidden. That will get rid of them. Let's do the same thing here. Delete Hidden. Kind of like that. Then I can just kind of continue to try to make these little houses in the foreground. Just really tiny like little huts, like little village onto the Game Boy. Something like this. Composition on that is pretty so-so. And then have them somehow kind of go up into the mountains here. Let's go ahead and just make sure that polygroups has auto groups on again. Get that tower. Maybe you can make the tower smaller, or like that little bit of forced perspective that we were talking about. A little bit in the front as well. I think it's holy freaking moly, Anna, you're back in the lab. I am. Well, hi. Mr. Dane, Anna, hello, how are you? I'm good, how about you? Hello, Anna, how are you doing today? Have a nice day. Thank you. I'm doing good. How about you? I am doing so good. Just relaxing. Making something. I think like maybe like if that's hauled on, you know, it'll be kind of cute. What if the entire Game Boy itself is the castle, you know, and they could paint it as like little bricks? Oh my gosh, little bricks all over it, And then it has towers on top. Maybe that could be cute. Would that be cute? What do you guys think? We could do bricks all over it. There's so many options. I need a drink. Salome, yes. Okay. So if we do bricks all over it, then maybe the top can have that like kind of castle wall look to it. Let's look up some like cute small castle. Let's see what we got here. It wouldn't be one of my streams without me doing some research in the middle of it. So maybe we can do like a doorway here, like to get into the castle. It auto-populated the word Minecraft, and now we're just rolling with it. Which is what matters, I guess, in the end. Let's grab this guy. Half my reference was already Minecraft related anyway. It's really cute. And you know what? If I do a castle wall, my friend Sage, I think he really wanted like vines and stuff, so that might be a win-win, you know? Ooh, this one. Ooh, yeah, this one. It's a low resolution image, but it'll get the job done, you know? I like this. I like the big bridge on top. I need to do that. Minecraft news. Let's read them together. Okay, so now the cats might be guards. Make sure you bring back your mask lasso instead of accidentally creating 1,000 mesh balloons. So a doorway. Let's see what that might look like. I'm just gonna do like castle door, castle gates. Where's my Minecraft search? Gates. In all caps too, to really sell it. Let's think about how big the gate can be for me to be able to put it in here. Okay. I think now we're cooking, guys. Chris, hi, welcome to the stream. How you doing? I can tell that we're probably not going to finish this whole thing today, but we're going to try, and that's what matters. Okay, I'm just going to do like a basic gate, which is going to be a cylinder. A cylinder turned this direction. If you press down shift while you're rotating, it will snap by 5 degrees every time. Put that gate on there. And grab the bottom half. So the way I like to work when I'm doing this kind of thing is like I want to work quickly, you know, messy and quick, because I don't want to waste time on an idea that I don't like yet. So I just iterate quickly through it, choose an idea, and then from there I refine it a lot. Like this part here can have really cute like bars. That'll be cute. That'll be cute. And then the top of the Game Boy can have, let's go ahead and append a cube. And it can have maybe like those like little castle style what do you call these guys? Like the little bricks that kind of just create that interesting, iconic castle shape. What do you call that? I'm gonna bring the brick all the way to the left, kind of wherever I want it. It's like for archers, I think. And then I'm gonna control drag it at a certain distance, whatever distance I like for this. Let go of control and then keep dragging, and it will just kind of copy and paste a whole row of them at that exact same interval. Something like that. Let's do back as well. I'm gonna just kind of grab just one brick and do a control drag for the sides. Just temporary, just the blockouts. So maybe something like this, and then like up here are gonna be the towers. It's raining in LA, so it's the perfect weather to stay home and sculpt. Oh my gosh, I know you guys needed some rain. We met during the ZBrush Summit in Noman. Nice. Where did we meet? Let me see if I can remember based on just the story. Like, I mean, like where in Noman? In what context? The ZBrush Summit was so great. I've been so out, guys. I've been so out of streaming, the industry. Like, I'm not even aware if there was a ZBrush Summit this year. I'm like super just out of it, you know. I haven't really participated much, so I want you guys to put me in the loop again. What's been going on? What's good in the world of ZBrush sculpting? Tell me. I know what's good in ZBrush, but I don't know what's good in the community. What's the drama? What's the tea? Fill me in or else. Let's make a couple little windows. Maybe I can reuse this door as like a little window somewhere. Like here and then here, like just little tiny little windows. You can do, let me move this out of the way. Ooh, I really want to copy the shape of this tower for up here later. Hopefully it'll be cute. Maybe a little bit of a flag even. It will be cute. I think it'll work out, guys. The only problem is going to be like getting the brick to look good with these buttons, but what if I just made it all so like it looked like the buttons were windows, you know, and they had like the brick, what'd you call that, like the outline of the bricks around the window, like the finishing touches. I had green hair back then. I'm a student there. Honestly, I feel that. I know. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's slightly behind as far as industry news and context. You know how it is. But I'll tell you guys a lot about my time. So if I've been gone for maybe a year, I've done a ton. I have kept my business going. So I still have my mentorship. I still have all of my clients, you know. I have been teaching at Ringling. I'm doing a lot of work on the tech art class that I teach. I just taught it today. And we did PCGs in Unreal. I don't know if you guys have heard of that before, but basically like procedural content generation is really fun. What else did we do? We did... I've been diversifying in every way, you know, kind of trying to increase my income or like just do it elsewhere. You know, like I'm just increasing my mask here, boosting my mask. That way I can just select part of these little meshes at the top and then just move them. Kind of like center it a little bit more. I kind of like it offset. What do you guys think? Center the towers or keep them to the left? I think keep them to the left. What do you guys think? You gotta 3D print that and put a Game Boy in it. No, that's exactly what we're doing, Chris. That is exactly what we're doing. We are 3D printing this, and my friend Sage already has it working and everything, so that there's gonna be a Game Boy. Yes, 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 yes. Can confirm. Caicedo, hello, it's been a while. It's good to see you back. The Game Boy Castle looks really great. Oh, thank you. Hey, Anna, it's Joe. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Which Joe? I know a couple of Joes. So tell me, is it this Joe or that Joe? So I'm not sure about the composition, but I think the idea is starting to come together. So I'm gonna just grab a quick tileable brick texture, stylized maybe. So that thing is, I don't know if my friend Sage put UVs on this, so let's find out. Z plugin, UV master, flatten. Oh, there is no UVs. That is okay. In fact, I don't need UVs. I can just use surface noise. Let's go ahead and divide up the Game Boy. Now, it's important that if I divide up, I'm going to lose the shape of the original Game Boy. We don't want that. So I'm going to take off Smooth Modifier off. That way I can divide it up and get a high resolution image on there. But sorry, I got distracted reading chat. Don't change its shape is what I'm trying to say. Then I'm going to grab my little stylized brick from Stable Diffusion. Okay. Might as well, I guess. Oh, it has a watermark. Don't worry, we will make our own brick texture later. Maybe not today. We'll do it as soon as we can. I'm going to go to Surface, Noise. Then I'm going to go to Alpha on or off, and then I'm going to select the alpha I just downloaded, hit open. I should be able to preview the alpha here. So let's turn the noise scale all the way to 512 because I hate seeing the alpha scale. And then I'm going to turn the strength of the alpha that I brought in down or up by a lot, but right now it's down. It looks like it's slightly inverted. Then I'm going to change the alpha scale down so it kind of gets these breaks. Now, do I want to see do I want to use this exact texture? The answer is no, but I think it'll be useful just for like context, like so that we can preview what we're doing. My audio is a little low. Okay, let me see what I can do about that. How about now? Is that better? I think it's as high as I can put it without going into like all the different settings. Hit OK. Okay, so now we got kind of a fake brick situation going on here. Sometimes I get so crazy with it, like I just come in here, I divide up, for example, the door, and I'll just paint, you know, kind of what I would like to see. Like, for example, I'll fill the door with whites. Then I'll grab like a gray color. Ooh, the dark color actually looks nice. With my paintbrush, let's turn off some, what do you call that? Sculptures Pro. And I just come in here and just kind of can create maybe my door color for now, you know, with grays. Straight lines, right? Am I right? Straight lines, am I right? Like we can have a little bit of this in there. Trying to get the other door to be selectable, but I'm gonna have to go to auto groups again. to allow it to be selectable and just paint this one. Ooh. I think I have gradient turned on. Yeah, right there in my painting. So if I turn it off, it should fix it. So now like there's a little gateway into the castle, so to speak. Let's take off. I think we are gonna have to unfortunately take off the little village and like just kind of embrace the castle look for now. I'll just split it off. No, I like the little village, but so split unmasked points. So subtool, split, unmasked points. That way at least I can come back and get the little village later if I want it. But maybe I can do like something more castle-y, like with like flags there and something else. I'm glad my sound is better now. Are you gonna size it with different program that fits the Game Boy, or can ZBrush finally export STL with a static size? Well, I'm going to use another program to do that part. And actually, I'm not going to do it. My friend Sage is going to do it. Shout out to Sage for doing the hard part. What are we making today, gang? We are making a little castle out of a Game Boy. And right now we're just trying to kind of think about what we're going to do. Yeah. We haven't fully finished designing the idea itself, but I'm thinking, you know, we just kind of make it cute and go from there. See what happens. What could go wrong? Oh my gosh, guys, I found out some really dope new tricks, by the way, for like doing like the brick parts where we're gonna go around the holes and stuff, like around here, so it looks like a little bit of the I don't know what the name for it is. Oh my gosh, I'm panicking. What is it called? Like just the finishing around the window, you know, like the windowsill, the outer windowsill, perhaps. Could that be called that? Hopefully it'll be cute. So let's see what else goes around a little castle. I know my friend Sage wanted some vines, so I could definitely block out a few vines. Let me make sure the music is still going. Indeed, it was not. Have I been listening to the same song the whole time? Like sometimes, you ever like put on like a really generic playlist and then you just think that the same song has been playing the whole time, or is that just me? Maybe it's just me. So what would be a good way to block out some vines, you know? I came up with something with my mentee the other day where we were doing some waves, and I'm thinking maybe the same kind of technique can go for vines, just for as a blockout. You know, I think it's my mentee Joe. I saw that Joe is actually my mentee here. Hi, the best one. You should like Mario in a cat outfit. Well, the beautiful part is that whoever prints this is gonna get to paint the cats, I guess. So there might be an opportunity there. Let's create a new folder. First, I'm just gonna throw in here like a little sphere for my vine. Create a new folder. I'm gonna call this blockout vines. Once again, the wrong thing is selected in my folder. Then I'm just gonna make it small. And the most important part, actually let's not make it small yet. The most important part is that I make it as low poly as humanly possible. Hit the quick save. I always hit the quick save before any big operation, really, just in case. Smaller. Now I'm going to go to create in brushes and create insert mesh. New brush. Then I can go ahead and hide the sphere, go back to my little Game Boy, and I can try to use my insert mesh brush. And what it will do, oh, it's got too many subdivisions. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this Game Boy and get rid of the subdivisions. I can just drag on a little bit of this sphere. Now, what's kind of cool is that I can also do a spray. Well, oh, that's a lot. It's like a little spray. It's supposed to be a little spray, not a big spray, just a little spray. And then I could like block out kind of where the vines are supposed to go. It's gonna be kind of neat. And let's make it green because that'll be more fun. You know, let's do like green vines, I think. Now, this is gonna be a little high poly, but at the end we can dynamesh it and then just pretend it never happened, honestly, is the way to go. Spacey! Spacey, I was thinking about you. Like, literally just last week, I was going to message you on Instagram, see how you were doing. So how are you doing? Everything good? In the meantime, I'm going to apply some of these fake little plants. Oh, look, plants falling. They're just everywhere. Like this, and then maybe like going up the sides or something. A little bit tricky to control, but more fun than actually kind of really fun to do this. Like, if you guys are ever stressed out, try this. It's just so fun. The cat has some vines on his head. Where else would I find? Almost falling onto the screen, but not quite, you know? Oh, I'm feeling so satisfied right now. This is amazing. Maybe like, you know, kind of coming off of the bottom of this thing. This one too. Whoa. A little bit of plants. A little bit here, a little bit there. Try not to let them go inside of the Game Boy if possible. And then I'm gonna change my color back. Color, fill object with green. Oh, I still have the the surface stuff on, so just gonna take that off. Like that. Let's just try again. Color, fill object with green. Now I can go back to my gray for everything else, and like that'll be kind of cute. You know, like just a little bit of foam, a little bit of, not foam, I was just reading the comment about foam. A little bit of the moss, I guess, wherever I want it. That's kind of fun. Okay, like already I'm in such a good mood just from that. Are they cat trees? Oh. Oh, wow. Now, that is smart. I should design this to be like a castle that's also cat trees. Last week I was in Puerto Rico, now I'm back at work. Cool. So you were having a good week then, as I take it. Fabulous. Let's see what else we got. So let's just throw on like a little block out of like little bricks around the screen, for example. Kind of like how we did here. I'm just gonna go to subtool and as usual append cube. Bring that down. Make it smaller. This one I'm gonna divide up a few times so that it gets rounded corners. Maybe I'll even throw on a little bit of polish on a lower subdivision. So it's like nice and rounded like this. This is what kind of most of the bricks are gonna look like towards the end. They're gonna be like nice and rounded and hopefully juicy. Is juicy bricks a thing? The thing I gotta make sure I don't go over the screen. At least not by too far. Put this right in the corner. Make it smaller by just a little bit. Drag. Oh, take off the subdivision. So geometry, delete lower. Drag. Get it right up against the other brick and then let go of control and continue dragging. I'm just going to kind of make everybody smaller to kind of fit better. Maybe something like this would be kind of nice. Control, drag down, shift, rotate to get a perfect 90-degree snap. Get it right on there, control, drag. We can get rid of the corner pieces, you know, and like make it look a little bit nicer. And we'll just like replace the corner pieces with some sort of maybe like just square brick. Go ahead and go to polygroups, auto groups, control shift, click twice on the bricks you want to get rid of. You can even see this one here. Go to geometry, modify topology, delete hidden, like so. Then let's just grab a random brick and make it square. Alright, first we're gonna mask it, duplicate it, control drag, get the gizmo over here, make it kind of just square. I'll probably do a design to this corner brick later, so don't worry. This is just a blockout. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a random brick again. Go to unmask mesh center. Control drag this brick. Then do that again. I'm just going to put it down here for now. Just create like a nice kind of continuous line of bricks, the same way we did before. I think I need to be longer than that. That was too close together. Too far apart. Too far apart again. I just need to get the right spacing. Okay, perfect. Then I can use these here for the doorway. I'm gonna just put them right in the corner of the doorway. Perfect 90-degree snap. And like this. That's way too long now that I see it next to the door, but that's okay. Go to the gizmo, bend curve. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 points with the yellow cone. And I'm just going to drag this down to the other side. And then put the middle one right in the center. Drag the yellow cone to add more points. And then you can just kind of adjust until they're somewhat even. Now, there's going to be a lot of adjusting that happens in the final one because it's really hard to get them just even. Like evenly right above the door and all of that. Kind of similar sizes. You find that there's some stretching. That's normally the case. Just add a few more points just for refining. It's accept, which is in the gizmo, which is there it is all the way at the top. So it's looking slightly castle-y, right? Like there's a certain castliness. There's a certain castliness to it now, I guess. I'm focusing on the front because I feel like until I nail down some sort of idea for the design in a more meaningful way, I just can't spend too much time. Can't really spend too much time refining until I'm happy with it. Spacey blowing my mind with this curve tool. I still only use standard brush and smooth. Oh, hold up. There's a better way to do similar stuff, which I'm going to show later. Huck Winter. Wow, I've been looking online recently for good ways to create doorways. Glad I popped in here. Just found a quicker way to do it. Yay! Maybe I'll do some vines like growing out of the what do you call this, like the screen later as well. So what am I missing, like castle wise? We can do like lamps on either side, a flag maybe. Hay, a square of hay. Let's just search for Castle Gate. I kind of really like this design here, like this little the little vaulted design. That's cool. They add these little towers to the sides of it, and I'm thinking that would just make it even harder to hold the Game Boy, right? I think we can definitely make some cool stuff happen, that's for sure. Maybe some layering like this, like as it goes up, you know? I want to do flags so like people can paint their own little flags and stuff, kind of like that, you know? I'm gonna use, I think, a cube. You might have guessed it. I believe a cube is the right idea here. I'm gonna flagify this cube. Ooh, what's that? When did that happen? Just gonna grab kind of the two. Whoa. It can be a little hard for me to use masking while I also have the gizmo on. I just want to like try to fake like a flag shape here. It's good enough, right? For now. They make it kind of like red, color fill object. Bring it back to normal. Perhaps. Oops, looks like I forgot to. Well, okay, so what's next? Let's move these little windows down. Maybe like a princess cat upstairs. Drag it up. We are not going to worry about that yet. There she is, beautiful. The big old poofy dress is what I want you guys to be picturing right now. I think I might change this from like, it was gonna be grass, but maybe it can just be rocks. And then maybe the Game Boy itself can be the castle, and then these cats here can be part of the base, you know? Because remember, there is a base that I made. Let's make the base like a green kind of color for now. It's kind of an ugly shape, but it'll work for now. Then I'll also color these lines green. Where'd the base go? I just had it. All this stuff is together, which might not be the best. So I'm going to go ahead and just mask out. I have no idea how I ended up with the round mask, but split unmasked points. Take that stuff, keep it green, and then everything else can go back to being gray. And then, yeah, so like maybe I can do like some bushes. Maybe even the base can have maybe like a moat of it or something. There's so much we can be doing with all of this. I'm starting to think that the mountains up here doesn't necessarily make sense with the theme anymore. But I did like them for composition purposes. That side needs more weight, you know. Do you have ArtStation? Can you share? Yeah, of course. I'm actually going to share my Linktree, and then you can go to all my sites from Linktree, including ArtStation, okay? Let me see if my ArtStation... And there's my ArtStation, too. Passion, welcome. How are you doing? Doing well, I hope. What else do castles have? I feel like it needs a little bit of a narrative. A narrative of some sort. Like, what if these little cats at the bottom are actually secretly trying to rescue the princess or do something like that? You know, I think it would be kind of interesting. What do you guys think? Tell me your ideas. I want to do a giant dragon. Because you guys know me, I can't help myself, but gosh, should I? Well, thank you. It's been a while. Yeah, I know it's been a really long time since I was here. Or anywhere, really. Let's just say I haven't been very active in the community lately. I would like to become more active in the community. I earlier asked for gossip, but I don't think there is any, I assume. What's been going on? I think the music stopped again. Yeah, so strange. Maybe I'm accidentally hitting some sort of like key combination that makes the music stop. Wouldn't that be weird? What do you guys think it's missing? Like what features of a castle is it missing? A teeny tiny flag? I'm going to copy the color by hovering over it and pressing C, and then go in color, fill object. You kind of copy that color in. Color, fill object. I'm just going to fill some of the other stuff with gray so it stops kind of just changing color all the time. I never like it when it does that. Welcome back, and I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. I'm doing okay. Let's get rid of this thing back here. Oops, looks like it's part of the whole. So let's go ahead and delete that out. So let's also delete these. Geometry. Delete hidden. Like so. And then I can just kind of create like some sort of way to kind of hide the fact that the buildings just stop out of nowhere. A path or a drawbridge? Yes, I think so. That'd be really cute. Definitely like at least a path. I can just paint a path on for now. Something like this. Painting is an underrated tool when it comes to your like modeling. You know, like I find it just to be like such a easy way to iterate. Like it makes it so much easier. Like I can pick which direction the path goes so easily without having to like sculpt anything. And then later, if I want to, I can just, you know, sculpt it from there. I know, why are you doing the environment and not the character or creature? You have mostly characters in your portfolio. So I'm not really doing an environment. It's like, it's a little bit of an environment, but I'm actually making a case for a real Game Boy. And it's going to have little characters. So these right here are going to be little cats. Right? And then the Game Boy itself will be a little castle. But I do characters most of the time when I'm streaming. So tune in definitely for my future streams as well, if you're curious to see that. Be cool if I could do like lights and things like that. That'd be neat, I think. I think maybe eventually the door's gonna get a little bit smaller. Maybe I can do like a thief cat, like climbing up here, like Robin Hood. We definitely need more cats, is the idea. You know, like we definitely need more cats. Prashan, that's so cool. I'm glad you like it. Maybe I can do like this cat here can be more of a guard. Like one on this side. And then the one on this side. Maybe they can have a little soldier outfit on later, you know. Maybe I can add some more details, like a little bird somewhere later as well. Maybe like a little campfire or something like that for the guards. The guards do campfires. I don't even know. And then we'll add some story for the background too. Maybe the princess can be like looking down at the person sneaking on. Like right there. The song is like getting good now. Let's make the cats a different color. Maybe black is fine. Take off dynamic solo. Back to my gray. I'll just fill the color with here. Yeah, I definitely want to do like a little campfire down here. So let's go ahead and append a little cylinder. Make it kind of brown or something. Grab the gizmo, make it smaller. And then kind of the fire part, I can just cheat that. Maybe tapering it a little bit. Perfect, that's exactly what we're looking for as far as fire goes. That's my fire. Make this brown again, because it kind of went away. Let's save, just in case. What else does a castle scene / Game Boy case and holder need? Maybe a moat with a crocodile in it. Ana Carolina, hi. Long time no see for the bang. Let me get my normal mask pen and just get a nice mask on the space here. Take another screenshot because I just accidentally deleted mine. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Oh. If you ever smooth and you smooth off your paint and you don't want that, just go to the smoothing options by pressing down space and shift and turn off RGB, and it won't smooth out the RGB. I feel like some mountains or something in the back, especially because we actually want this thing to hold the Xbox, or not the Xbox, the game in place. Maybe I can add some pine trees. I love pine trees as an art form. I'm like generally indifferent to pine trees in real world, but when it comes to art, yes. Are you still teaching on it? Yes, I am. I'm teaching a lot, actually. Teaching a ton. Very teaching. Lots of it. I'm gonna take a little trim dynamic and just kind of try to flatten out this front part here. Do you guys feel pine trees? The pine trees call to you like they call to me? Cone. Tree color. Smaller. Drag a few. Maybe taper this so that the top gets skinnier like that. Ooh, beautiful. 10 out of 10. Pine tree. Always invert and press Ctrl W if you can remember. That way each one of these drags can kind of remain as their own polygroup, which can really help. Invert, Ctrl W to put it in its own polygroup. That way I can just grab them, kind of rotate them around. And one of these little ones over here. Throw a little save on there. Terraria style? Oh, I've never seen Terraria style. Let's see. I'm finding you. Very nice. Yeah, I'm super fine. Not fun having you pine tree in your yard because of all the pine needles you have to clean up. Right now I don't have any trees really in my yard. I have a teeny tiny like kind of slightly alive tree in the front yard, but it's like very small, you know, almost like a long bush. Like a just long, tall, dead bush almost. Hmm. The Terraria style is really cute. Let's pull that up. Somebody mentioned Terraria style and I googled it. It's very cute. I like it. Picasso. Maybe I can experiment with some cylinders for the castle, you know? Or I should probably paint the trees a color. Any color, in fact. Let's experiment with some cylinders. What if I did like towers growing on the side? I guess it's not really growing if it's a tire, huh? No, don't like it. Delete the cylinder mercilessly. Need to move these cats' heads so that they're not like right in the way of my flag. Or if they are, they're just like slightly off. Just the better composition. Whoa. What else would cats be doing in a place like this? That's another good question you might ask. Yeah, I think the music is just playing over and over again, guys. Stations. Okay, now I put on a playlist that lasts for 38 hours. So maybe it won't replay all the same songs over and over again while we are trying to finish this blockout. So as we can see, the blockout is existing, which is kind of 99% of what blockouts do. So then we got to think about what to keep, what to change, just what to do in general. I'm thinking I need more cuteness, more story, more cats, more stuff going on in the base. Yeah, I think this might be a good place to stop for now. Maybe I'll work on a little bit on it at home. Oop, my Cintiq or my tablet just fell on my lap. It scared me a little bit. Since we've done an hour and a half, might be a good time to stop and then come back next time and really start actually making the parts of this. The way I like to work is I make, for example, a few really nice bricks, and then I use them over and over again to make maybe a tileable texture for the wall of the Xbox itself, then to replace all these bricks, all the stuff up here. Then I would make like one nice window and copy and paste it everywhere. I'd make the gates for the doors, for example, a cat, and then we can make like a couple of different outfits for the cats. Yeah. I think we're headed in the right direction, though. It's nothing to look at right now, but I think it'll look nicer later. And then we can even replace the vines with like something that's actually leaf shaped, for example, and make that work that way. Have some roots growing around, you know, all over the place. What else? And then think a little bit about the back as well, because right now it's a little bit boring and we need something right here that kind of hides this emptiness. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for joining. Stream an hour and a half, a little bit shorter than I guess most other streams probably are, but I just got a lot to get to today. But I'm so glad to be back, and I hope to see you all back here. I stream in 2 weeks, same time, same day. Okay, so I'll see you all then. Bye bye everybody. Have a good rest of your day.